Always happens.
Oh. Oh, well, I started, but we didn't even run the intro.
Straight
Perfect.
in.
Wait, we got an intro. We're going solo, dude. Bam. There. Magic. Yet again. Yeah,
It's
okay, and I
crazy.
am online. See, that worked out good.
The technological creativeness and ingenuity that has gone into creating this moment in time.
all the whole history of evolution, all the things that happened together had to come together throughout time to create this moment.
Exactly. So if you weren't aware of it,
Perfect.
it's amazing how it all just figures out. It becomes
all that energy in the universe got expanded to have us chit chatting about hobbies.
absolutely. I'll tell you.
Like when
This,
you think about it, like, all the energy that went into like just your ancestors, the energy that went into all the food that they ate, you know what I mean? The energy that went into making the planet and all that stuff. And it's like it culminated, and here we are. Hobby
well,
chat.
I was actually watching a show called Universe, which is on the BBC iPlayer, which Professor Brian Cox of D Ream fame.
Okay.
He was talking about black holes, and he squarely puts it on the shoulders of the resident supermassive black hole at the center of the Milky Way, Sagittarius A star.
Yeah.
Apparently, I always called it Sagittarius Alpha, but apparently it's Sagittarius A star. That's what they all call it now. That's what they call it. And he was saying that it's because of that massive black hole, which formed millions of years after after the creation of
Yeah. Yep.
because it was a short burning supermassive star that collapsed and became a black hole and then
Yeah.
went down eating and becoming fatter and fatter and fatter, basically. But because of that gluttonous rampaging that it tore across the Milky Way, it allowed for our creation, really. All the materials being
Yeah.
out everywhere and allowing for things to cool down and everything. And so if it wasn't for Sagittarius A star, this show would not be
Would
coming
not be happening.
live right now.
Thank you, Sagittarius A star. A round of applause. Wait, where is it?
Thank you,
This
Sagittarius.
one's for you.
Yeah, amazing.
Uh, what's been up? Okay, wait. I know there's been a ton of shows coming out, so I wanted to get you. Have you had any time to watch anything or anything?
I'm up to date on the House of Dragon. House of the Dragon.
Are you? So I am too. How are you feeling about it?
I'm liking it. I'm liking it. I'm liking it.
Okay. Yeah. So am I.
Yeah, it's done well, and obviously Matt Smith has done quite a good job. Admittedly, at the start and the first couple of shows, a couple of programs, him with his long golden white hair, sort of thing.
Yeah. 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 It throws you off, dude. It throws you off
I
for sure.
thought I
That
was
threw
watching
me
Lord of
off.
the Rings again, and that did throw me off. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah. I'm not gonna lie on this show, man.
I'm not gonna lie on this show. I'm gonna give it 100%. No, I'm not lying. Um,
100%.
but yeah, since he's had the haircut in episode 3, I think it was. Yeah,
Yeah.
he's
Yeah.
one of the two. Yeah, he's looking very cool and menacing and like duplicitous. I want to
Yeah.
get.
Yeah.
Um,
What else was I gonna say? Did you watch any of the Amazon whatchamacallit
no,
billion you haven't? Okay.
it cost $1 billion to make. I'm not watching it.
No.
It's too rich.
Too
Um,
rich for my blood.
yeah, I might go on to. I will go on to it.
Yeah, yeah. When the time
I'm
is
not.
right.
Yeah, yeah. As I say, I'm actually obviously with House of the Dragon. I'm living in Westeros at the moment.
Yeah, yeah.
It's not, but I have been um, watching an old older TV show because it's on Disney Plus called Burn Notice.
Oh yeah, my one friend used to watch quite a bit of Burn Notice, and
Now,
I've
I knew
seen.
straight to it when it was out. A friend of mine absolutely loved it, and I thought, oh, I'll give it a go, and I've been enjoying it. So,
Oh, right on.
mm,
I don't
so
think I haven't. What have I watched? I got Game of Thrones, and I think there's a bunch of other stuff that came out too, but I don't think I've watched anything. I
ooh,
haven't.
ooh,
I did watch one or two episodes of the whatchamacallit one from Amazon. What were you just excited about?
today, the first three episodes of Cassian
Oh,
Andor,
that's right.
and from people that I have a high regard for their taste in sci-fi and Star Wars.
All
Uh,
right.
One in particular is absolutely well, actually, a couple of them are absolutely like loving the aesthetic in the feel and how the
Yeah,
first episodes have played out. I think they're really into it. So I might be slipping into that at some point as well. Or will be slipping
yeah.
into it. I finished off Obi-Wan last week.
Oh, see, I still haven't even watched. I'm way behind. I didn't get to the Book of Boba Fett. I got up to that with whatchamacallit, and then
Sorry.
I don't. Wait, I watched like the first one. What am I thinking of? I saw Boba Fett fighting stuff, so maybe it's the I don't even know what I saw. So, but I
I,
didn't
I,
watch.
I enjoyed it. I did enjoy Book
I
of Boba Fett.
Yeah, the Andor. I'm gonna. I guess I'll just because the Andor thing I wanted to watch,
Mm.
and so I'll definitely end up. I'll probably skip ahead and just watch that. The other thing I'm behind on is like Marvel, dude. I started slipping on Marvel. I'm like, oh no. I'm like, I had seen every movie. The one I'm stuck at, even though I saw a couple of the after, is I didn't finish Black Widow, and then there was a couple more. I still got to do. There's a Spider-Man one I have to do, and Doctor Strange.
Yeah, Doctor Strange is good. Um, the
So
Have you done WandaVision?
yes, the series. Yes, I have done that.
So you're up. So that'll be fine
Yeah,
for you going to Doctor Strange then. Pretty.
yeah. And I got to
Uh,
see that whatchamacallit, the obviously the Spider-Man one in that because he I was digging it, well enough for
yeah,
that.
yeah, you got to see the third, No Way Home. You
Yeah.
got, and then Doctor Strange.
What color's eyes? Green? Lee, is this guy's eyes green?
Oh, what that? Yes, yes. On the big dude, yeah, his
Yeah.
eyelids are green. Yeah, green is my default on most Titans now. It used to be white with a blue glaze in it, but green is easier. Green has so much offer. It is a great color. It's fantastic, and it's very natural.
Oh
Um,
yeah. Wait, and then Hellraiser's coming out too.
I saw the trailer for that today. That was interesting because I've always liked Hellraiser, like in the movies, like the
Yeah,
original
it was
movie.
funky. It was funky. And I'm not much horror, whatever, dude, but like that one was, I always, Hellraiser was always some cool stuff,
Like, the
trippy.
first one cost like £1 million to make, and
Yeah.
in like a house in North London, for the most part. Um, but they got it all there, and they created this whole universe, and then obviously they pushed the envelope more with the second one.
Yeah.
Third one, third one was a little bit more sillier, I feel,
Yeah.
but it still had obviously Doug Bradbury as Hellraiser. Um, so he done all right. It progressed, and then it just went
I
sideways.
I don't know. I wonder, I haven't seen it yet, or like you said a preview's out?
They actually had a first official trailer
Oh, I'm
show.
gonna have to go check it out because, dude, that's one of my favorite. So, the I forget what lady is playing it. So I'm hoping it comes out cool because one of the coolest things was the original. I like the voice. You know what I mean? And I'm like, all right, I gotta see how the voice comes out. I'm sure they'll do something cool because they know that's a big part of it. So I'm gonna be curious what they, how they do that.
It's
I saw the picture. She looked cool.
Jamie Clayton, who she was in one of my favourite TV series of recent years, Sense8. Um,
Okay, yeah, I remember you mentioned that a few times.
so seeing her from Sense8 as Hellraiser, Pinhead, sorry,
Yeah,
um,
yeah.
it's quite a difference approach, but again, I thought because it's a reimagining of Hellraiser. There was a little bit where you saw um, like the
Oh,
world sort of thing, and not just
yeah,
that. Do you remember in the second one when they go down in all the mazes across the floor,
yeah,
and
yeah. You remember that?
the huge like obelisk in the sky,
Mm-hmm.
who is Leviathan, who is their god that they serve,
Yeah.
and so you saw like the low clouds and this the tip of the obelisk in the sky, and I thought, oh, it's Leviathan. Um, so I got excited with that. But yeah, no, it's definitely yeah, I'm definitely going to check it out because it's cool.
Yeah, he said, Alex, thanks for joining us, by the way. He said it's on October, or not October, yeah, October 9th. So I'll have to check that one out for sure.
Hey, Alex. Thanks for the tag in the
Yeah, no doubt. That's always appreciated.
yeah, yeah. The empire grows.
Yes, it does. One little tweet at a time.
What it takes.
What have you been up to hobby wise?
Well.
Well, let me
Um,
tell you.
let me tell you.
What
Um,
color spark should I have on him? If he's having sparks and shit come up, should I make it like he has greenish energy powering through him, or should I make what color is going to be his plasma stuff?
well, what would go well with purple, really? Because
I,
it's move purple. But
let's look at the color wheel.
yeah,
Purple is over
let's
here, and then we
go
look
into
across, and we got like the green I put in back. So we could go tertiary. We could go. So technically, we could go. Well, we can go anything, but like, what if
because
you want?
the purple is opposite to gold, isn't it? So
Kind
maybe
of, yeah. That's kind of why
orangey.
that's why I went that gold background because I wanted to have the energy, and then I was like, well, like orange would stand out enough, but it's
Mm.
still like orange. I'm like the green you already have in his eyes, and the green is close to the yellow, so it kind of freaking goes.
I'd go orange. I'd go orangey,
You would go
glowy.
orange on the okay, because I'm gonna do like some orange energy, like in his armpits and stuff like that, and the thing's starting to charge up. I want to start getting it kind of like I don't know, play with some of the lighting on it. That's such a great pose, Lee. Holy shit, that's a
Electric
brilliant
orange.
photograph, dude. It's like it's picture perfect. Like for the like if someone was drawing it, that's like how they would draw it on the freaking cover. It's got the compositionally and all that good stuff. It has the forced perspective with the leg coming forward, yet it's not coming directly forward and everything. Good 3/4 view on the face. You're looking up at the armpit and you get some shadow cast in there. Good
Yeah,
stuff,
that's
dude.
blue steel.
Blue Steel. I'll always remember where I was when Magnum dropped.
Oh yeah, you never forget.
Never forget. That
But
movie, oh my God, Ben Stiller is in some great dumb movies, dude.
yeah, but he's also done a lot of
He's a
interesting shit as well.
yeah, he's an actor. He's not no clown.
And he also he writes as well, and he's
Mm-hmm.
done the sort of produced quite a few bits because the one that always got me was Reality Bites.
Yeah, yeah,
That was I can't remember if he was producing it or if he wrote it or what, but he was in it briefly as a little bit part. But obviously, I want to get my face on this thing.
yeah.
Yeah, he's he's a good actor, but obviously we all know him for being in these stupid,
Yeah.
silly rambunctious comedies and stuff. But then, when you look back at like Something About Mary,
Yeah.
that was at the time just an amazing, funny film.
Mm-hmm.
And obviously he's reinvented himself, like with Zoolander. Was it?
God, I know. See, Zoolander cracks me up. Tropic Thunder was just the writing on Tropic Thunder was brilliant to me.
Yeah, oh yeah, because he done that one as well, didn't he? So
Yeah. That's what I was like, dude, that was like a great multi-layered.
I still find it amazing that it was like Tom Cruise's addition to it as the fat
Yeah, Les
yeah, I can't remember his name.
Les
But he
Grossman.
stipulated he
Yeah,
wanted him to dance and have really big
yeah.
fat hands.
I want
That
fat
was his
hands of the day.
stipulation, just because he just thought it'd just be like surreally funny.
I heard that. I actually heard him talking about the story, and I think he said, he saw the script, and then they were asking him, and he's like, "Well, they didn't." They said that he was the one who brought up the producer, like literally made the concept of they need a producer putting pressure on him. So then they made the character and was like, "Hey, he said I wanted to play Fat Hands," and then they got in there and did it and everything. And I mean, that character was so good. There were so many good characters in that show, dude.
Yes. So yeah, Ben Stiller's done all right for himself across the
Yeah.
board.
Who was his dad again? It was wait, what did you say?
Who
Oh,
Ben Stiller's dad?
yeah.
Mr. Stiller.
Oh, what's his name? It's the one actor. I think he's in all his stuff. I can't remember.
I'm now looking it up.
He was his agent in Zoolander. I think that's his dad.
Oh, Jerry Stiller.
Yeah.
Yeah. That is his dad. Yeah. Oh my god, I didn't even know that. I did not know. I've learned something new.
Oh, learned something new on the show.
I learned something new. Yeah.
Do we have his knee firing? Do we fire knee? Or wait, you said the knee guns. Oh, this looks like a laser. A las cannon.
Laser cannons. Yeah, I thought I'd put some lasers on that
Hell
one.
yeah, dude! Lasers on the knees, bruh.
Yeah, we got to get some of that laser action.
What's the okay? So what are these two?
You've got like the near one is a battle cannon, so it's a
This
rapid
one?
fire cannon. Yeah, that's it. So it's like a projectile cannon,
Okay.
like you see on most Imperial tanks.
Yeah.
The one next to it is
Yep.
a melter, a melter cannon.
Okay.
So with that, I think with melters, they don't necessarily have, because like with like 40k and heresy weapons, lasers are normally like red light, plasma's normally
Yeah.
blue,
Yeah,
Volkite's
generally
normally
you're
like
right.
an
Yeah.
orange. You have colours. So with melter's like a microwave cannon in a way,
So
a
it's almost
directed.
like so it's not even like an energy color blast.
Yeah, but I have on some of my stuff when I've piddled about with it. I've just done it as like that's like a light yellow.
Yeah, just
Uh,
lighten it up almost like it's
just
not.
so you can see it's fire.
Yeah.
Because otherwise you go, oh, it's not fiery. Oh, it is fiery. It's just
Yeah,
melting.
I see what you mean. It's like a super microwave heat thing, and it's not
Yeah.
really. Yeah.
Yeah. That's the super microwavable heat.
Secret microwave heat gun coming at you.
Yeah, it's like the background radiation from the Big Bang. And if without that, we
It's
wouldn't
like
have
harnessing the background radiation from the Big Bang.
the galactic background radiation, dude. I just saw that in the meme earlier on the news feed where
Yeah.
they're saying about um, it was like religious zealots sort of thing saying like, oh
Yeah.
yeah, Jesus did this and all that, and somebody's put pics or it didn't happen sort of thing.
Yeah.
Science, that is fiction. Science is based on fact, sort of thing. And so
Yeah.
somebody replied, pigs who didn't happen, and so he put up a picture of the universe's background radiation.
Yeah.
Creation. evidence.
Pretty,
There you go. Hard evidence.
there it is. Winning.
There's background radiation right for you. But your eyes. Grass.
Uh,
Don't get near, it will melt you.
uh,
It will burn you up.
nothing's even. I mean, everything's got to be screwed up. Is there any? I mean, it sounds weird because we talk about a bunch of shows, but I can't think of any like movies. I mean, there's just like big movies coming out.
Well, June's not out till next year. So, oh,
Yeah.
Avatar, the original Avatar, is being re-released on cinema for 2 weeks at the end of the month, I believe,
Okay.
because they want to G up everybody that missed out like 12 years ago when the
Yeah. Or
first
the.
came out.
You know.
Hey, Kim, look at this freak. And I'll be honest with you, I'm going to be totally frank. I watched Avatar again early last year during one of the lockdowns, I think,
Yeah.
and it still holds up. It still looks as good as it did because
Mm.
Avatar is the only movie that I've returned to the cinema multiple times to watch.
Wow.
I saw it about
I never.
five times at the cinema.
I didn't. I thought it was good. Don't get me wrong. It wasn't bad, but I just never. Something about it. It was. I don't know. It just didn't fit. I don't
You
think it was
just hate,
necessarily the hype.
you hate the little big blue dudes. That's what you do. You hate
Do
them.
I hate the blue dudes? Maybe I do hate the blue dudes. Is that what it is? I
Yeah,
just.
he was on the corporate side. Just such a corporate sellout.
No, it was what was it? I don't know. It like didn't something about the aesthetic or how clean it was or something. It's got to be something like that because I can't place it. Maybe I just didn't care for the aliens that much. I don't
Uh,
know.
Alex,
I'll have to
Alex
get to the
very
bottom of it
Jurassic
because it
Park
was
holds
good, but it
up.
was just never like my thing that much.
No,
Oh yeah,
I love it. I love it. I enjoyed it, and I said I've watched it. Well, in total, I've only watched it about 7 times, and 5 of them was at the cinema. So,
yeah. Oh my God. He said Alex said Jurassic Park holds up, and it's about 30 years old. It
yeah.
does, and Jurassic Park is one of those. It was great storytelling, like timing, was all that stuff. It was a movie. It was cool to see all the dinosaurs. I remember. That's
Uh,
right.
much in,
Wait, are my headphones okay? Hopefully, I'm not dying here.
I can hear
Not
you.
me personally. Okay, good. I just cut out for a minute. I'm like, oh, what's going on with my signal? The oh, that's working now. I think it was just a little bit of lag. I had got a big expensive subwoofer when Jurassic Park came out. I don't know if it was VHS at the time or I probably. And it was so cool because I got that thing and I would rent Jurassic Park, and I would put it into like the big subwoofer, like boom, you could turn it like it was really big. So it was one of those where it didn't have to be super loud, but you get that really deep bass. You know what I mean? And so I was like all set up in the thing, and you would have that bass on. It was so cool in that. It was like I don't even know what it was. I don't even buy that much expensive stuff, but it sounds like it's a $500 subwoofer, and then I left it at my parents' house when I all like went away or whatever to college and stuff. And then it was like, I was like, oh, I didn't know you got. She like got rid of it for like $20 or something at a garage sale. I was like, you gotta be kidding me.
It's always the way. Always the way. You think, oh, I'll get rid of this now. I've had enough of it. And suddenly, shit, I could have done with that.
Yeah. Why is that? Yeah, that's a good one.
There's T-Rex outside now.
Oh, did it? Oh, did that go out because they cut out?
What have you done now?
I don't know. I think I bombed out all the.
There's T-Rex outside
I did. That sucks. Let me try to get these back.
now. Yeah. So I was just re-listening to the last couple of minutes. So apart from Alex's Jurassic Park hold up for about 30 years, Messi's still out. And two, pardon me. Oh,
That's 30 years old now. That's so crazy.
yeah. But I was saying it still holds up because there's nothing in it to really age the movie because you see helicopters, Land
Yeah.
Rovers don't age really, and then you're inside a park. Maybe the computers, if you look that close,
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, true. But still, for the most part, you're right.
for the most part, you're running around avoiding velociraptors. So you ain't got time to focus on the world
Yeah, you ain't
around
got time to look at the scenery.
you. When Mummy sells your wizard with submachine gun for 10 cents in the yard sale.
Yeah. Dude, yeah. I can't. Yeah, they got rid of a lot of stuff that bummed me out. I'm like, come on. And they knew it too. Because I don't even want to know what. I mean, so my dad's born in the early 30s, like his parents, right? And then they had stuff, and they had like he had a bunch of brothers, and they didn't have any money or whatever, but they still had like little knickknack stuff. So used to get comics and all that stuff. And the one brother really took care of everything, and he collected all that stuff even back then. And I'm like, oh my god! Then like they moved in this. I think my dad went in the military or whatever, and they got rid of like all of his stuff. You know what I mean? I was like, dude, and he always talks about like, then you went and got rid of my stuff after you like heard those horror stories. Like, good job.
Yeah, that's families for you,
Yeah,
though.
I know. It totally is, dude. So that would be my advice to the younger generation: do not go away at college and leave all your stuff there,
Yeah, take it
thinking
with you.
it's safe. Yeah, dude.
You don't want your shit around here.
Yeah.
Take all your junk with you.
Get
We
your
don't
shit.
want it.
Da-da-da.
Yeah, I watched. What did I watch? I watched a film just the other day. Fury. I rewatched
Oh,
Fury.
you did watch Fury? Okay.
Yeah. Um, it was. I've been listening on audio book recently. A book called
I don't know if I like that
oh
at all.
damn it,
A
because
book
I'm
called
about
Damn It.
yeah, it's called damn it. Brothers in Arms. It's called.
Okay.
It's by a historian called James Holland, and it's about. I've probably mentioned about it before. It's the Sherwood Rangers Yeomanry,
Oh, yeah,
who
you did. Like
in
the
the Second
yeah, from
World War they were a territorial army unit. So basically, that's a weekend warriors, as we call it. So you'd
yeah,
have the regular army, and then you have like the TA, territorial army.
yeah,
And this unit was a territorial army unit that was at the start, like outbreak or before the or early stages of World War or the Second World War. Um, they were sent out to uh, uh, Persia or sort of out that way,
yep.
and they were a cavalry unit. So
All right.
they were actually one of the last units to perform a cavalry charge in battle.
Oh, yeah,
And
yeah,
then after that, they got basically said, right, okay, well, cavalry's sort of out now. Horses, that was so like last century.
yeah.
So they gave them artillery instead. So they became an artillery detachment,
Hmm.
and then they got upgraded to given tanks. And
Okay.
um, they went on. They served out in North Africa as well, and then out into Normandy and to the end of the war. Now they are the most decorated unit in the entire Second World War.
Really?
30, they have 30 battle honours. 16 of them they achieved in the last year, basically from Normandy to
Yeah.
Germany, um, and they literally they there was always like in the front thick of things. Um,
Yeah.
the guy's written this using like letters, interviews with former members of the unit and stuff.
Yeah.
And it just tells a story. So like as it moves along, and like it had some lots of like casualties over the course
Yeah.
of battle and everything. So, but they go along with their Sherman tanks in their little units, and then getting upgraded to Firefly tanks. Well, having a Firefly tank, which was a Sherman with a British
Yeah.
16-pound cannon
Yeah.
in it, which could, well, everyone knows about the 88s that the German had, which was the
Yeah.
anti-aircraft cannon that they said, "Oh, hold on a second, we can shoot this at tanks."
Yeah, no
And
doubt.
the Firefly's 17-pounder fired at twice the speed of the 88. It went 4,000,
Okay.
like 4,000
Yeah.
miles an hour or whatever. It was fast, and that's what did the damage when it penetrated. You know,
Yeah,
tanks.
yeah.
The Jagd Panthers and
Because it's going so fast. Yeah.
yeah. Um, but it was funny because obviously from listening to that, and then I thought, oh, I'm gonna watch Fury again, because this thing what they you hear a lot of in the book is called brewing up. So
Yeah.
not blowing up, brewing up. Because
Yeah.
what would happen is like when a shell.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Because of how it's got to cook off.
Yeah, so it's basically, if a tank's going to brew up, you had about 20, 30 seconds to actually get out. So
Yeah.
9 times out of 10, if you're in that situation, as soon as you pop in the hatches, you're being shot at by the enemy
Yeah, yeah.
as well. But yeah, so it's like, a shell would go in, if it, the hot bits of metal from the
If
impact,
shrapnel didn't fly
yeah,
everywhere and
ricocheting
destroy
around,
you.
lands in the wrong place and
Yeah.
boom. Um, but yeah, it was an amazing story listening, because they had swimming tanks on D-Day. They
Yeah,
had
yeah, yeah.
they had the what they call the DD Shermans, which are basically Shermans with this huge inflatable skirt around them, and
Yeah, a
yeah,
little water wings.
yeah, literally, and they across the sea. Uh, oh, uh,
Perfect.
yeah, and all that. But it was really quite an epic story of like all these characters within the unit, and as they progressed and everything. But definitely worth listening to, because
Good to
it's
know.
all based on true accounts of what,
Yeah, yeah.
like they're this chaplain called it was surname is Skinner, and he would not leave the area until he'd recovered the bodies, so he could give them a burial and stuff like that, and then mark
Yeah.
where they were buried and all that, and keep track of where they were. Like there was sometimes when a tank is brewed up, he had to wait a couple of days before he could actually get into, because it was still hot. Couldn't
Oh,
get into.
yeah, yeah.
But yeah, it's just quite, um, it's not harrowing as such. You're seeing it through the eyes of the people that participated
Mhm.
um, in it. But yeah, it was fascinating, especially like with like tank warfare and stuff, and trying to get to work with you, because tanks can't operate on their own. You've got to operate with infantry and vice versa.
Oh, yeah, yeah. It's a meat grinder
But,
all the way around. Yo,
yeah,
Rob, thanks for making it. I know, Rob, what are you guys working on? Alex or Rob, are you guys hobbying right now?
Rob's always hobbying.
Is he? I know he's generally I've seen him doing stuff and he keeps pumping stuff out consistently.
Yes, very, very consistently. Is we've been doing
What's your
lots
latest model? What's yours?
of mine. Some Emperor's Children, Praetors, and Lucius the Eternal Blade. Um,
Okay.
there was a new release last weekend for the Emperor's Children Legion. I did post up on
I think I seen that one. I think I liked it on one of the maybe Instagram.
Yeah. I think I don't know if I think
There was
I
one of
I
them somewhere.
can't remember if I put it on Twitter or not. But
Spamming
yeah,
all the social platforms.
yeah, um, yeah. So that's what I painted recently. I did also do. I was working on something earlier on, which is to do with Echoes of Eternity. Because there's a couple of characters in there that were like my favourite characters, which was
Yeah.
Arkenland. He's Pet Monkey. He's Cyber Monkey Sapien. Um, Zephon, who is the Blood Angel, Dominion Zephon, the Blood Angel that Arkenland sort of
Yeah.
rejuvenated after he found it. And then there's uh, there's a Skitari character that you meet in the book called Transactor 7Y1, and she's a Skitari of the TR1.AX macroclade during the last battles of the Siege of Terror, and she with some troops area. She was this before in previous books, and it's quite fun. She's like, she can't, like, Skitari can't talk normally. They can do
Oh
the old
yeah,
like
yeah.
brain wipe, but if you haven't got the setup, you can't do it. So she's like typing out symbols and that on a data slate sort of thing to talk to this guy. But problem is the weapon that she's carrying, which is a radium carbine, is radioactive. So
Yeah.
her
It's
mere
like killing them.
presence, yeah,
Yeah.
and he's like,
Perfect.
he's like, this whole thing's killing me. So it doesn't really
Yeah.
matter, you know.
Everything
What's
about this
what's
is killing
more,
me.
yeah, what's more killy stuff, you know? It's pretty fucking shit at the moment.
Yeah.
Yeah, she ends up alongside Zaphon and Arkan and Sapien. But in the scene where Iracundus is featured, they are
Yeah.
they're standing on the wall, the Delphic wall, which is like the last wall before the Eternity Gate of the Sanctum Imperialis, and like they're standing there looking out. And Iracundus walks on by, wearily trudging along, sort of thing.
Yeah.
He's just like, I thought I've got to do those little characters. So I've done Transactor today. I've still got little bits and pieces to finish off on her.
Yeah.
And then I've got to do Ark and Land, which I might be doing in my, well, probably will be doing on my my live stream later. So,
Awesome, dude.
yes.
Rob says I worked fast last weekend. I painted a Fellblade, a Leviathan Dreadnought, and 10 Terminators. Tartotos? How do you say it?
Tartarus.
Tartarus?
Tartarus.
Tartar sauce?
Yeah, tartar sauce. There you go.
We got some tartar sauce Marines out there.
Yeah.
That is fast, dude. You
The
got all
finest.
that painted, and he paints well too. Like
Mm.
that's messed up.
Well,
And
he
it's
was like,
not cool.
one
That's not cool when you can be
o'clock
fast
in the
and
morning,
good. That's like
all the
not
way
cool.
through.
I can let someone be fast or good, but if you're both, then I get a little salty. I'll just go, I'll just go and like downvote your post or something. I'm like, dude, no, he's fast and good. I didn't know that. I used to like him till I found out he had both of those abilities, and then it's just I get salty. So
Fast and
it
good
was
and
yeah, dude. Now I'm like, oh yeah. I'm like, Rob, yeah, he's not always cracked up to be. He's fast and good. It really rubs me the wrong way.
Alex is working on his Dark Angels for Horus Heresy and writing a Mechanicum list. Oh, the new fact dropped today, and the Mechanicum stuff as well. Mechanicum.
Yeah.
legacy lists. So it's all the stuff that hasn't been included. So we've been missing like the tech thralls with the Mitra locks. They've finally turned up.
Gotcha. Okay.
And the like auto redactor stuff, which included a Land Raider, which is weird. It's the only Mechanicum list that can field Land Raiders, even
Okay.
though the Mechanicum make Land Raiders.
Yeah,
They
yeah.
can't field them unless they are those particular ones. And the thing is, what most people don't sort of think of or realise is that the Mechanicum Phobos Land Raiders, which is basically like the 40k Land Raiders,
Yeah.
they've got, because they're the newest make, so that's why they've got them. But they've only
Okay.
got single las cannons as standard, so not the
Gotcha.
a quad barreled or two double twin linked or whatever, dual
Mm-hmm.
twin linked. Only actually got two las cannons on the side, so you can upgrade them to either have multi melters on the side. I think Volkites, or no, it might be plasma, and heavy flame cannons. So basically, you have to buy yourself a Redemptor class Phobos Land Raider. If they
Gotcha.
come with Flamestorm cannons, and then you're sorted. You know, because they're good enough. You just want it for fantastic.
Yeah.
Stick some dudes in it.
Put your
I cheat
dudes
a
in
lot.
there. Yeah.
And use
There ain't no cheating getting artwork done.
No, that's well, that's how he's so fast and good.
Yeah, dude. You ain't cheating, you ain't trying.
Yes, and he's happy because his Charybdis has got Deep Strike again as well, which was missing off of his.
Whatever. I'm still not over Terminator's not saving on 3+ on 2d6, dude.
There was 2+.
That's where I'm at. No, it was 3. That's where it's like everyone's all salty about these. These guys have this and these new. I'm like, dudes, I'm still stuck there. My heart has not mended from that. I see Terminators and I'm like, I can't look at you the same. It's like you've been sullied. You don't roll 2 dice anymore. What are you like? Where's the Emperor Protects? Where's that beat? Like, I don't even get it. What happened? Still doesn't compute. I'm like living in denial for the last how many decades?
All of them.
Yeah, all of them, pretty much, dude. Pretty much.
But yeah, the whole heresy thing is there's a lot of excitement still with all that's going on.
Oh yeah,
Um,
it's so epic. It's an epic
yes.
storyline.
Oh, absolutely. And so I was like, now I finished Echoes of Eternity. It's just waiting for the next one to come along, which I don't think will be too. I reckon it'll be out before Christmas. The next edition.
Oh, you think so?
Yeah, because they were held up because Aaron does take his time with writing.
Yeah.
So, like when this whole Siege of Terror thing started, that's probably why he was given one of the later books to give him enough time.
Yeah.
But in the time of that, he had his emotional and mental situation. Was his health took a turn for the worst, and he obviously took time out to get back. And he's much better now, obviously. But
yeah. Sometimes you just need to.
You need to get himself sorted
Yeah.
out, finished, and all that. So he got it finished. It's been quite well received as well. Very well received. I'll be honest with you.
I actually, that's right. I've seen just people talking about it very high regard already, so that's a good sign.
And it is a really good story. Although I was being a little bit. I don't try to sort of blow smoke up people's asses when talking about stuff that they've done. And I was saying, how it was a really good book, and I really enjoyed the story, and it basically set the foundations for Dan to finish off the series with the coup de grace sort of thing. And he replied to my text, well, I'll take on board your lukewarm to me attitude. And you're very pro Dan stat. and next time I'll kill all your Titans. Don't upset an author.
Yeah.
You will live in infamy.
Yeah, no doubt. Was it? Yeah, but the barrel. There's something along of don't mess with people who buy ink by the barrel or whatever.
Yeah. I actually asked him once. I said, don't you read your books? And he went, no.
Yeah,
I think I know what's in them.
I wouldn't. Yeah, I wouldn't either. I'm like, okay, it's all done.
Yeah.
Someone would have to remind. I'd have to get an assistant to be like, what happened in my other book?
What did I do with what?
What did I? What happened to that guy? What was his name again?
What's his connection to this person?
It's like, dude, I still have yet. I should finish it. I have to finish the Wheel of Time book series. It's just that thing got so sprawling, my mind could not handle it. Like, I'm like, dude, this character could have been introduced 3 times already, and I might not know who it is anymore. It's like you try to remember, like,
About over 4,000 named
yeah,
characters,
dude.
and
And so
some
you,
of them are in it for a paragraph, maybe.
yeah, yeah. And it was just like, is this person important? And I'd always be like rereading it or whatever, thinking, is this person important? I'm like, dude, I ain't gonna remember that person.
There was because there one of the things like in the series, there's one character in particular. I'm not going to spoil it for you, but when you get to the end of end of the book series, you'll just think all the things he did, but just why, why,
Yeah, yeah.
why? You know, it didn't necessarily affect much in the way of plot,
Yeah, yeah.
and if he was so like if his mindset was such, why did he choose those options when the easiest and more easier well the more logical options would be not to do what he did but to do something completely different. It makes no sense. And yeah, it just it's like a character that you initially you have hopes for and he just disappoints.
And it was just like, oh,
He's
yeah, I
not one of the
know.
main characters, but
Yeah.
he's a prominent character.
It's
Uh,
usually those are the secondary characters are the ones I usually get like sort of attached to or so you're like, oh hey, something about that character. I remember the other day I was like the other day, how many months ago, but someone was like, I don't understand how people could like Boba Fett. He's just like blah blah blah. And I was like, oh yeah, I'm like I totally like if I was thinking you're I don't know, like growing up now or maybe a little older or whatever and you had all those things before Star Wars came out, like Boba wouldn't have that mystique at all. You know what I mean? It was like, dude, there was just like this. First, it was a sci-fi movie when there was like almost none of them or any good ones, and then it was like this kind of like just mysterious bounty hunter character, you know. And it was like you didn't see him much, and he was all cool and like
there's
that. And then
there was a
what
thing that Aaron actually wrote a few years ago because it came up again. Like people going, "Why do people love Boba Fett so much?"
yeah, yeah.
Admittedly, I love Boba Fett because he looks badass. That
That's
was
me.
it.
Yeah,
He
that was me, dude. It was
looks
the cool
badass.
bounty hunter, and it was armor was all
Yeah,
chipped and everything.
yeah. You know, the helmet, the visor, missile on his
Yeah,
back,
dude. And his voice, he didn't
and
say much or anything, dude.
yeah. But Aaron wrote this piece because he was people were comparing like it was when the Force Awakens was about and Phasma, Captain Phasma,
Yeah.
because she was meant to be like this new badass character.
Yeah.
She was more like a wet fart. She again,
She was. There was no character building with her. I didn't know. So I was like, oh, I love the armor. You know what I mean? I was like, hey, I gotta see what's up. And then like as the story went, there was like nothing cool about her.
and the only thing that would have redeemed her, they cut from the second movie, which was they have it on the deleted scenes on the DVD when she's standing there and Finn's in front of her, and he goes, "Yeah, but it was you who turned the shields off on the Star Killer base that allowed us to attack."
Oh,
And the stormtroopers start going, "What?" And they're believing,
oh,
and they go to turn, and she like goes, "Pew pew pew pew," and kills them all.
oh,
He goes,
got you.
"Wow, she is badass," and they cut it.
Yeah.
But the thing, the gist of what Aaron was saying in his um, look upon the comparing Phasma to Boba Fett is how people around Boba Fett treat him compared to Phasma. So
Oh, interesting point.
he goes, this dude, people go, oh, he doesn't do anything, but he tracks Han Solo to Bespin, gets there beforehand, informs the Imperial, so they're waiting for him, sort of thing. So that's
Yeah.
kind of an important thing. He's the only one who actually managed to do it. Um, he's also singled out by the Dark Lord of the Sith himself, warning him, no disintegrations.
Yeah.
Basically.
No disintegrations.
Yeah, you know, obviously he's got a reputation, so that
Yeah,
really,
dude.
because
Disintegrate shit, bro.
this dude knows about his like thing, no disintegrations. Um, and then like in the carbon freeze situation, when Chewie goes mental and
Yeah.
starts, flatting people, Boba Fett draws his weapon out, and Vader puts his weapon down. Puts his weapon down, pushes it
Yeah.
away, and goes like, "No," you know. And the way he talks to Vader as well, it says like, he's no good to me dead.
No.
And
Yeah. Yeah.
the Empire will.
Yeah, because Vader actually gave him respect. You know what I mean? Like you don't talk to
And
Vader like that, dude.
yeah. And so, like, and how Han Solo, Boba Fett, and that's the whole thing. He's got that air about him. He's got
Yeah, he's
characters
got.
who fear him and respect him, and
He's the
basically
Fett.
he's the Fett. So, it's that whole thing. Whereas Phasma is not given any of that. I think, and I've said this before when we were talking about this, like she should have been the dude in the ruins at the end of Force Awakens, who fights Finn.
Oh
When
yeah,
he's
yeah. I would agree with that.
she should have been the one to do that. Have that epic like little fight and all that instead of some random dude that
Yeah,
everybody
just
sees and
some.
loves.
Yeah, see, I
He
agree
then
with
gets
that on that for
attacked.
sure.
Yeah. So you know it would have been more epic as well, like him fighting Phasma in the ruins, blah blah blah. Because Gwendolyn Christie is a great actress. I love her.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
yeah, dude. So yeah, that was the thing. That's why one of the reasons I was like, dude, she looks cool. Like I
Yeah,
dig that actress. She was great in that. And so, but it just the story wise, she just didn't have any like material for it. It was like you didn't give
John
her
Boyega
anything to look
well
cool.
got
Like you didn't
nothing out of it
like
as well, really.
she has to throw down and do something to her. You know what I mean? Like story wise to really earn that mystique. Or at least like be built up the right way.
Exactly, and that's all it is. It's building up the characters properly to make them look,
Yeah,
you know, how they should look and how the feeling that you should get. Like General Hux, we all feel is a snivelling dirtbag, and
yeah, yeah,
he is for the most part. And then obviously he goes through all the films doing what he does, and then next minute, oh, he's the insider sort of thing because he's just had enough of being.
yeah.
So he's like, okay, but then he gets his comeuppance. uh,
Yeah.
but it's giving it's all well and good having a great actor with a character, and again, it's like with the whole thing with Rose and Finn
Yeah.
as an actress, no problems at all, but she never got the sort of again. It's like the whole how
For
they
sure.
got. I don't. There was nothing to show that she was like infatuated with this guy for
Hmm.
her to do, what she did later on in the film to save his life. You know. Um, so yeah, it's building up. You just need moments to actually
Yeah.
give.
Yeah. Like the note of what, something deeper, like allude to something cooler or whatever. Alex said he was still salty about anti-plant missiles disappearing.
Angle
I
for
re-
oh,
there was a lot of funky ones back in the Rogue Trader stuff. I
yes.
remember, did you guys play, I don't know if Rob did or Alex, there was a short time When I went to a Gen Con, my first one, I don't know when the fuck it was, maybe like 95 or something. Same time I think Magic Cards, I think it was the one when Magic Cards came out. But anywho, um, I played in, well, I played some 40K there, but they used there was a version before second or whatever where there was templates for vehicle hits. So you would like it would have a profile view and it would have like like 1 and 2 is the front armor, 3 is the turret, 4 is the blah blah blah, and so like each one had this little like side facing thing, and you would roll the dice and see where you hit on the template, and it was all this convoluted stuff. But I think it was like a in between versions or something. It couldn't have been out that long because I don't remember people playing with it much at all. But I always just remembered that, and I played that at a Gen Con, and I got two of the games. Well, I don't know. They give you away like some performance award, but I won for that one because I think I had some really good dice roll and killed some stuff.
I did really well. I killed lots of
I did
things.
really well. Yeah, dude, that's it, bro. That's what I'm here for. Don't give me objectives and do not. And I learned this on what freaking ass game was it, dude? That goes all the way back to X-Wing. It goes back to the X-Wing days on Comic Center to 64. I ain't protecting shit. I don't want to know. Don't put me on, oh, I'm going to protect your little convoys because you will all be burning, bro. You put me on offense and be like, don't have, like, protect my little convoy because I'll get carried away and be
So you
attacking their
put me on offense.
starship. And yeah, dude, I'm not on no protection duty. So I'm just saying that now in case we ever find ourselves in a starfighter scenario.
I'll bear that in mind
Yeah.
for whenever we are in that situation.
Yeah, wherever in a starfight scenario, dude. Be
But
like,
on a same
don't
token,
have him protecting your convoy.
I'm the guy that just storms straight into the room, all guns
Yeah,
blazing.
gotta
I am
make
the
it happen. Oh no, I'll use some strategery. Just I can't be responsible for protecting babysit. I don't babysit in the middle of a battle. Can't be no convoy duty, dude. Like, good luck, people. Like, duck
I
and
ain't getting
weave.
no
Like,
convoy bullshit.
yeah, dude. Do some ducking and weave and hit those thrusters. You'll be fine.
Yeah, everyone will be okay. You'll
Oh,
be.
damn it. I just switched here. I hate when that happens. I'll be right back. I just gotta put it back.
You put a bed. You put a bed, boy.
You put it back. Share the screen. Bam, 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 bam. Nope.
Bam, 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 bam.
And now we go here. Pew, pew, pew. Oh, I gotta go here first. Bam. Then here. Then bam, bam. You. I can shrink you.
No.
Strategery. Yeah, second had the turning templates too, said Alex. Yeah, I remember the tier. You like turn here and then it there and whatever. I'm still salty about Thud Gun. I tried that stupid thing so much because I thought it would be so cool. I don't think I ever hit anything. I was like, oh, dude, if you do a Thud Gun, you could hit one hit here and then another one here, and I could do this whole thing. And it, like, dude, it would never even hit, let alone that it would get some cheesy like. I don't know what it was, strength 3 hit that didn't do any damage, and that was the biggest bust for me. And I love the models and have a little crew, and I'm like, oh, a Thud Gun, and you can shoot. And nope, I don't think I killed anything with that.
No, so he's like Fud guns are legendary in their own right, much like mole mortars as well.
Yeah, yeah.
So
In
you,
the
you want to be
in the
dealing.
stuff that doesn't work category.
But I feel like when you look back at all the stuff in the past, because I say one of my favourite, again I've mentioned that as well, is the shock attack gun that the orcs have, because it's just the whole idea of this weapon just working. They don't know how it works. It just works, and it does
Make
exactly
it
what they
happen.
want it to do by making a little tunnel between point A to point B, which could be inside a Terminator's suit of armor or a Titan, and then shoving
Yeah,
weapons into it. And like
yeah.
they go in green, they come out white because they're terrified of everything they've seen, and they just tooth and nail, just rip things to shreds. It's a
Like
constant.
Rob said,
Brilliant.
see, Rob, Thud Guns were awesome. Trick is to have multiples. don't make me play second edition again or whatever it was when, yeah, Stud Guns were in second edition. Yeah, because they had the crazy template. That's why.
Yeah. But yeah, there's so much stuff within the whole like backstory, and it's all those little bits that we just look back and go, "Oh, I wish we had them." You know, Ample Park.
Yeah, I know, because there's so much for it. Hey, Chiba Mac, thanks for making it.
Although vortex missiles are a thing in AT, and they're hated because
Oh
there's
yeah, well, yeah. Second, I could never believe. And dude, competitive gaming, I get it. Like, I played a bunch myself, but they would, when I was playing for a cam, like they would just start being like competitive. I'm like, you can't balance this game. Like, as long as you don't think you're gonna have any balance in this, like that's cool. Like, don't like, I'm like, there's so many like pieces and parts and like different combos, and I'm like, it's cool if you're like going along and be like, hey, we're gonna try to get some rough estimate of what's fair, but like. I'm like, if you start really trying to pursue balance, you'll never get it in that game, in my opinion.
Mhm. And it was the Hops Black gun that Rob just mentioned. But it was
Oh
also
wait,
like
which one was that one? I think I heard it, but it doesn't come to mind. Is it with the squiglings or something? No?
I, again, I am not. I remember the name of it, but it's like just
Yeah.
like a template sort of thing. But it was the lifter dropper and the bubba chucker.
Oh, dude, I should have got that screenshot. I saw a brilliant, freaking brilliant model, dude. Someone took, remember the old second edition cardstock, the cardstock orc killer can, right? So that was how you could, in the box set, that's what they included the cards so you could, use it. So someone took that and made like a little snotling wagon, and there was a snotling driving, so it was made to almost look like a billboard, and like one snotling was peeking his head around, another one was kind of driving the cart, and then a blue laser had fired through it, and behind it one of the snotlings was like cut in half and it was still glowing blue from where the laser came through. So basically, the thing was, they made it like it was supposed to just be like a distraction, supposed to look like a real robot, and it was them using that like that card thing for it. And I was like, dude, that was so brilliant, man. I love That's what I love about this, like the community, like the things they do like that, where I would have never thought of that. They turned it into a model that was like, it's so orky. It's like, dude, some snotlings would do that. You know what I mean? Like a painted thing. It's like, it's not even real. I'm like, they're gonna make it happen.
It was Alex was just saying the alt cannon where the shot bounced around, and then Rob said it was two massive
Oh
chains
yeah,
from both. And they go on and on and on.
yeah,
So yes, it was definitely something that was. It's just wacky. Like all their weapons, it's just like have such character uh,
yeah.
to them. And it's just like, yeah, it's the bubble chucker, it's the lifter dropper,
Mm-hmm.
it's the hop cannon, you know, and all their stuff. It's just brilliant. All aesthetics.
Dude, and a lot of that for me is because of like Paul Bronner, and it's like, those were such like iconic. Like, the orcs had so much personality and so much like stuff in those drawings. It was amazing.
Oh, absolutely. It just adds to the whole sort of background of
Yeah.
the orc race. You know, craziness, crazy and fighting.
You got anything coming up? Any events? Anything?
Where are we? September. Um, Nothing this month. End of October, I've got a my mate's birthday where I go away to his for the weekend for Star
Oh,
Wars.
nice, dude.
Um, so each year he basically spends 10 months of the year building stuff for this game. So like
Yeah.
painting models and making like the
Yeah.
gaming tape for this weekend of role play up at his place. Um, and we all dress up as our characters.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'll be dressed up as my Wookiee Grabbo, and yeah, who knows what's going to happen.
That's in a couple weeks.
End of October,
Oh,
and
end of
then
October. All right.
2 weeks after that is the Titans Owners Club Premier Titan Walk 2022.
Dun dun dun.
Hopefully, we're going to have a absolute fuck ton of Titans. The biggest gathering of Titans yet.
The biggest gathering of Titans ever. Dun
Yeah,
dun dun.
all the Titans.
Dun 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 dun
I don't think there's
dun.
enough drums for it, really. They're just so.
Dun. I know, dude.
I still don't know numbers as of yet. I know that I've paid my tickets for my stuff. I'm going. My room's
I'm
booked.
going. That's all
Going.
I know.
Got to. What we got to do? Yeah, there's few people that'll be attending. Like Leaky Cheese, he's going to be attending this
Oh,
year.
cool. Okay, Leaky. Yeah.
So he's coming down. Rob's obviously going to be there with his
I know.
Titans.
I know. So it's so funny. Like now, I've been involved in it for like years. You just, I don't know him, but I mean all the names. Like, oh yeah, that person. Oh yeah, I've interacted with a bunch on Twitter. It's like I do. You get to know
Yeah,
so many names.
so many people. Yeah, so there's lots of named Titan heads will be descending and unleashing their Titans upon each other in gratuitous ways.
A lot of good dice rolls.
Yes. Yeah, then that's really it for the year, unless I sort of do something else off the spur of the moment. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
I do want to go up to Warhammer World again at some point, just to go up there. Probably like a midweek thing. Go up there,
Yeah.
see some of the people that work there, because they don't go up there on their days off on the weekend. So
Yeah.
so a midweek would be more, easier to get up there and see people.
Yeah.
And then then it's Christmas.
God, it is coming around soon. Dang.
Yes.
Yes.
So much stuff. But what about
There's a
yourself?
lot.
Have you got anything? Have you got like Artist Empire Con? Is that a
No,
thing?
no, but I got to. I don't know. I'll definitely go to next year's Adepticon, but that's so damn